Hello, my name is Faulknor, and I'm going to be talking about speech sound disorders and what they mean to me. So first of all, the definition of a speech sound disorder basically just means when someone has trouble saying certain sounds, and it often makes them, hard to understand. I have a toddler who, says sounds wrong, and oftentimes we think that that's very cute and, love to listen to her speak. But once, a child reaches a certain age, the speech should correct itself. So this is a speech sound disorder happens to, older teenagers and adults who have trouble speaking and saying sounds. How has my perspective changed since the discussion? I'll be honest, I'm a 9th year special education teacher, and even now it was hard for me to understand all of the processes and steps that went into assessing students with speech sound disorders. We have a SLP at our school that I collaborate with all the time, but I didn't know the actual process and testing that it took to have someone tested and to receive speech services. As far as implications for students, I have multiple students that have speech sound disorders. A positive would be the fact that they can receive early intervention. I have a nephew who is 5 years old, and he is receiving speech services, and it has helped him tremendously as a young child and, correcting those speech sounds that he's struggling with at a young age. Negatively, as far as self-esteem, we actually have a custodian in our school that struggles to speak, and many students make fun of him and think that he is not intelligent just because he has a speech impediment and is hard to understand. As far as the self-confidence goes, a lot of times people that have speech impediments or speech struggles, they will not speak much, and this can affect their personality. They can become, very quiet, and they are embarrassed to speak, basically. So the fact that, there are speech pathologists in the schools, that's also a positive, because the children can get the education they need as long as with the speech services. How can awareness shape teaching? I will say that as a special education teacher and writing IEPs, I collaborate with the SLP and help her write goals. And while looking over the IEP, I can see what accommodations I need as far as speech services and make sure they are getting the speech services they need in the resource room. So this is my overview of speech sound disorders and what it means to me.